Hello, Elvis family. Today I want to tell you about my lifelong dream. I always wanted to work for Elvis, especially, later as a teenager. I couldn't wait to get out of school. Actually, my mom and dad would have allowed me to quit school and work for them, but that wasn't going to happen with mom and daddy. But like I said, I always wanted to be one of the guys and work for Elvis. And I've got my mom and dad here, Billy and Joe Smith, which most of you know, to help me with a story of just how far back it goes that I wanted to work for Elvis.
That's true.
Yeah. Well, when we went to California, we lived with Elvis at his house at 525 Perugia Way. And Danny was 2 years old, and he was all over the place, everywhere. He would come into the den, and at night when we would sit in there, and Elvis would sit and talk to the guys, and Danny would wander in to go behind the bar where all the refreshments, because Elvis kept candy and peanuts and gum and everything behind the bar, and Danny would go back there without saying a word or looking at anybody and load his pockets and come out. So one night we were in there, and Danny came wandering in, and Elvis always aggravated him, teased him, and he said, all right, Danny, he said, get out of here and go play. And Danny looked around at him and he said, I'm working. Because that's what all the guys would say. If Elvis called, like Billy would say working, or Richard, working. And Danny had picked up on that, and so that's what he said, working. And Elvis got a big kick out of it. He said, you look like working.
Folks, I'm having my morning coffee. Of course, it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
But we lived the
living
life
with
of
Elvis all those years, old habits are hard to break. But Danny, he always, had this craving to work for Elvis, and even back at the age of 3, because this was in 1965, and he always wanted to work for Elvis. So he do all kinds of stuff. Elvis would say, well, Danny, would you get me some water? And he drank mineral water back then. And Danny would go back behind the bar, and which he loved to do anyhow. And he'd get him some water and bring it to him. And, various things. And, of course, all the guys put Danny up to doing stuff and aggravating people. And he, one of them even tried to get him, I think it was George Klein, even tried to get him to
brush Baba's teeth.
Yeah, it was brush Baba's teeth. And
Baba was Priscilla's collie, big collie that she had.
And so Danny, he'd done got his toothbrush and toothpaste, and he was headed
running Baba down.
trying to
run Baba
trying
down.
to brush his teeth.
He did. He did. He used to get. They used to have a buzzer under the breakfast room counter that you turned the key, and Danny was crazy about the motorcycles and Elvis's motorcycles, so he would get under that cabinet and lay on his stomach and turn that key, and round, round. Well, the key set the Bel Air Patrol off. So every few days, the Bel Air Patrol had the house on Perugia Way circled and up on top and everything else. So we had to finally lock the cabinet and take the key out to keep Danny from calling the Bel Air Patrol.
Well, yeah, that's just, and that's, I wanted to really share that with you, but hey, basically just a normal kid, right?
Normal.
But with that being said, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Nothing was normal about
that was just
living with Elvis. We weren't normal.
With that being said, I hope y'all enjoyed this story, and remember,
once again,
we always live
Live in
Elvis.
Elvis.